Episode 10, Rajesh's take on Barai Day madness. This narrative is proudly brought to you by Poly Speaks for You. At Poly Speaks for You, we are committed to empowering individuals, especially those with disabilities or learning challenges, through innovative text-to-speech and voice recognition technology. Poly Speaks for You is more than just software, it's a tool for self-expression, connecting people with the world in meaningful ways. By blending the richness of history with cutting-edge technology, Poly Speaks for You demonstrates that every voice, whether preserving the past or shaping the future, has the potential to inspire. While we strive to make the story engaging, our primary focus is on storytelling itself. The visuals are secondary, we are showcasing the remarkable capabilities of text-to-speech software that bring these stories to life. Alright, it's my turn to tell the story this time. You've heard Geeta's version, but let me tell you something, being married to Geeta is like living in a Bollywood action movie, minus the dramatic music, but with plenty of action. And the star of yesterday's show. Barai Day. I swear, I just wanted a simple, peaceful day with some borvers, a couple of cold drinks, and watching the Springboks on TV. But no, once Shanti Ma gets involved, you might as well kiss any hope of a relaxing day goodbye. She turns every little event into a full-on cultural spectacle. So there I was, outside, trying to figure out the Barai Master 3000, which looks more complicated than my entire high school science textbook. I'm fiddling with the knobs, thinking, okay, Rajesh, just press the button and... boom, suddenly, I've set off what looks like a nuclear test. Smoke everywhere, people coughing, dogs barking, neighbors thinking we've started a bonfire party in the backyard. Honestly, I half expected the fire department to show up with marshmallows. And then Shanti, of course, shows up with her usual commentary, Rajesh, beta, what are you doing? This is not how you make a barai. In my time, we had real fires with wood. Not this electric nonsense. I wanted to tell her, Ma, we don't live in the forest anymore. This is Chatsworth, not the great Indian jungle. But did I? No, I just nodded, like a good son-in-law, because I know better than to argue with Shanti Ma. The last guy who did that. I think he's still recovering somewhere. Next thing I know, Uncle Prakash arrives. Now, Uncle Prakash is that one relative who shows up and immediately wants to take over, like he's the head of the United Nations. He rocks up with his ancient Barai tongs, honestly, I think they're from the Stone Age, and starts criticizing everything. Rajesh, what is this? Are you using coal from the garage? You need proper wood for flavor. Let me show you how it's done. He grabs the tongs, and suddenly I'm relegated to being the assistant at my own barai. Meanwhile, Geeta is in the house, trying to wrestle with a tray of chicken wings that's bigger than her, while Shanti keeps shouting instructions. More masala, Geeta. We need the right flavor. You're making it too bland. Nobody wants a chicken wing that tastes like toast. Geeta, bless her, is trying to keep her cool, but I could see her patience draining faster than the petrol in my car during peak hour traffic. And it didn't help that Auntie Jyoti showed up with her famous chili bites. Oh, you've heard about the chili bites. Yeah, well, they're famous for a reason, those things could fuel a rocket launch. Then, in the middle of all this madness, Uncle Prakash decides it's the perfect time to show me his special technique for turning the borvers. He goes on and on about how back in my day, we'd do this with our bare hands. Yeah, that's right, his bare hands, like he's some kind of Barai Kung Fu master. So there we are, surrounded by a cloud of smoke, when suddenly, Auntie Jyoti trips over the barai stand and, wait for it, throws her entire tray of chili bites into the air. It was like a scene from one of those old Charlie Chaplin movies. The chili bites did a slow-motion somersault before landing on us, the ground, and even the neighbor's dog, who ran off like it had just been hit with a spicy grenade. I'll admit, I was too busy laughing at poor Geeta, who had a chili bite stuck in her hair, to notice that the Borvers was now on fire. And not the good kind of fire. I'm talking flamethrower level fire. Uncle Prakash, however, was still holding court, waving his barai tongs like he was conducting an orchestra. Rajesh, you must control the heat. Too much fire and you'll ruin the Borvers. Too little and it'll taste like raw dough. Watch me, this is how it's done. Except, instead of saving the day, he managed to drop one of the sausages into the flames, which led to an explosion of sparks that made it look like Diwali had come early. By this point, I was ready to declare the entire barai a disaster and order pizza. But no, we pressed on. The food? Well, let's just say it had that rustic, overcooked charm that people pretend to like when they don't want to hurt your feelings. But the real fun? Oh, it came when we all sat down for the feast. There was Geeta, still picking chili bites out of her hair, Shanti proudly presenting her tandoori chicken, which looked more like burnt toast with a side of spices, and Uncle Prakash, sipping on his suspicious juice and telling us how he once brayed an entire sheep in the wilderness. Right. And just when we thought the chaos was over, Shanti leans over to me and says, Rajesh, what are we going to do for next barai day? Ma, I said, dead serious, next barai day. We are going vegetarian. Everyone burst out laughing, even Geeta, who by this point had decided that maybe, just maybe, we weren't cut out for the barai life after all. And there you have it. Barai Day, mosquito style. If you think that was bad, wait till you hear about the Great Curry Festival next month. I'm still having nightmares about it. If you are enjoying this story, please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content that educates and empowers. To learn more about South Africa's leading accessibility software and to support our dyslexic-friendly initiative, visit www.polyspeaks4u.co.za. Drop a comment if you want more information. Thank you for watching this video.